Good morning everyone, this is Mohammed. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today we're going to solve the task 2 of week 110, which is called Transpose File. So let's jump to the challenge page. So that's my Transpose File task. So what this task is, it says you are given a text file, write a script to transpose the contents of the given file. And we have been given an input file which has got name, age and sex, and then this is the output, expected output we want. So it shouldn't be difficult. Let's jump to my dev environment and we're going to start writing code. Perfect. Okay, so here we go. So let's start, because it's a task 2, so I'm going to call it. Before I do that, let's create the input file for this task. So I'll call input-2.txt, and I'm going to just copy from the challenge page. So I'll jump to my challenge page, and this is my input file. So I'll just copy and I'll just paste it. So this is my input file. So we're done. So let's start creating the code. So ch-2.pl, because it's task 2. So standard stuff, user bin, Perl, use strict, use warnings, and I am planning to do just a plain command line application for this task, and then if we have time I'll probably then convert that into a test script. So let's do a simple command line application. So what, and because we're working with the CSV file, so I'll use a cPen module called text CSV. It's handy, although looking at the sample file you can avoid using text CSV, but I'll just show you for the sake of convenience, because you can easily split the each row by comma. There are not any comma in individual field, so it would work, but just for the sake of convenience I'm using text CSV. Cool. Okay, so I'm expecting input file from the command line. So take the first argument from the command line, which is arg0, and just a standard testing, checking whether file is there. I'm going to say error, missing input file, unless defined $file. And then let's create a CSV object from the CSV module. I'm not doing anything fancy, just getting the standard object without any parameters. That will do the job for this task. And I'm also using plain open function, Perl function, to open the file for reading purpose. And I'm using the recommended way of using the open function, which is a 3-parameter form. So let's call it $file handler, and I'm opening for reading purpose, and I'm using encoding, although it's not required, but that's my habit, so I always do this. There aren't any accented characters in the input file, so you don't probably need it. You can just say single quote, less than sign, single quote, close, but I use it because it's my habit of using it. And then the file, I would say, and if there is any problem in opening file, just die. Enable to open $file, and special variable $! To give me any reason why it failed. successful, and then in the end you close the file handle. So in between, what we are doing is we're going to read line by line. Let's create a placeholder which will capture the contents that we are reading through. So I'll create a reference to a list, and then just go through line by line. So you would say while my $row, and I'm using the CSV object that we take CSV object that we just created above to fetch a line. So say get line and passing the file handle. So this will give me the first row from the file handle and loop through until you reach the end of the file. And what we are doing is, after reading all the first row, first thing is safe to do chomp, although I don't know whether it's necessary or not, but it's always a good idea. Do chomp, and then I'm going to go to individual fields and capture the contents. So I'll start with the index 0, and then I'll say for each my $field. So this will give me the individual field. So what I'm doing is I'm going to push the contents into my $contents placeholder, but in an index. So first time is going to be $I, then it's going to be 0, 1, 2, depending how many fields you have in your file. Okay. And that should give me the contents. Once you have the contents, you want to just display the contents in a transpose form. So what I'm going to do is, for each my $row, you go through each of the row in the contents reference to the list, and then you just dump it. I'm going to say print join together $row, that should give me the contents. So let's see if we can get the desired output. So this is my script, and my input file is input-2.txt. And remember, what we expect is, if you go back to the challenge page, what is that? I'm expecting this result. Okay, let's see if we get this on master. Something is missing. Okay, I see what the problem is. I forgot to increment the I for subsequent field, so that was a problem. So let's run again. And I have no idea why the first two characters are missing. Why it's saying me and not, is it something maybe in the input file? It's called me, not name. Yes, so it was me. So let's run again. Should have them. Okay, so that's my expected result. Looks fine. So let's see if I can convert that quickly into a test driven script. So I'll just come out, I'll copy this file, and I'll create a test version of it. So let's see if I can convert that. So because I'm using test one, so I'm going to use test mode, and I'm going to compare the structure. So I'll use test deep, as well, and I am going to convert that into a function called maybe transpose file. You call it transpose file. Let's find out what's it's called transpose file. So I'll call the function transpose file, and what I'm expecting as an input parameter is my $file is my input parameter. Yep, I'll keep it like that. This is okay, this is okay, this should be in a small case, $file, and that's also the smaller case, and everything should work as expected. And then I need to, instead of, I will create a placeholder called results, and then can do push add $results, the join string, and I don't need /n in the end. Then return $result. And then finally, once you have it, I can just run my is deeply test. This is transpose file, and I'm passing the input file name, which is gonna be input-2.txt, and my expected result is gonna be reference to a list. I'll just copy from here. Paste there. And then it should be just standard. And the close one, and then finally done testing. That should do the job. Let's see if we can run this one. That's 2.t. So this is it called result or results? More likely it's results. So it is results. Well done. So that's my test version. I hope you like my solution. Please do comment your review, and don't forget to share with your friends. Thank you. Bye.